In photography, a contact sheet is a print that we make in the darkroom that shows an individual print of each of our negatives. It shows the same size as the pictures are on your negatives, and it gives you an opportunity to see all the pictures you took. A contact sheet for what we do in digital photography class shows me all the pictures you took for your assignment, so that I can see, yes, you took 25 or 30 or 60 pictures for the assignment that's going to use 15 or 16. It's not everything we use is perfect. It gives us an opportunity to see all the work you're doing, not just in the final product, but also in the work you're doing behind the scenes taking your pictures. That's really helpful for me, and it gives me an opportunity to give you credit for that part of the assignment, that homework portion of it. So Photoshop will make a digital contact sheet for us very simply. The first step we need to do, though, is to go in and take your I have mine saved on a flash drive here. Put all of your images in a file. You can see my color images here. I listed them as color images green. Put them anywhere on a flash drive or on your computer, but they need to be in a folder, just the images that you need. If you look here, you can see that they're all listed here as nice little small images. Now, I cheated a bit on mine. Mine are all pictures I stole from the internet. Yours will all be the brilliant photographs you take. So what I've got here, you can see as I scroll through them here, that I've got all these pictures of green things. Oh, a couple pictures are extra because they're on my flash drive. But these here that are in this folder, these are all the ones we're going to use for this project. So that's the first thing I need to do, is save all of my pictures to an individual file. Rather than working with your entire memory card. So I'm going to close that out, and I'm going to go here into Photoshop, and under File, it'll do this automatically. So I go to Automate, and then down here to Contact Sheet 2. I have no idea what Contact Sheet 1 is. I have no idea what that is, but we're just going to choose 2. So I click on that, and it's going to bring up this screen for us somewhere. It's supposed to bring up a screen. Let's try that again. Nope, up, it's thinking. This is one of the automated functions of Photoshop. Now what I get to do here is I'm going to source my images from a folder. Now you see why we put all of our images into a folder. So I'm going to go into my flash drive, and I'm going to use my color folder here, and I'm just going to click on the folder. And here I have it set by 8 by 10. It can be 8 by 10. It can be 8.5 by 11. You want it something roughly the size of our printer paper would be. And at 300, because that's what we always use. Now down here, each individual tiny print of my image is called a thumbnail. And I'm going to make 5 columns of 6 rows, which is going to hold a total of 30 images. I'm asking in most of our assignments that you shoot 25, so you have room for some extra. If you have 50 pictures on this, it'll end up creating 2 different sheets for you. So once I have that set, it'll actually use my file names underneath each of them. And then once I've got that set, this will stay as default information. Once you've got it set, all you have to do is choose your path here to find your files. Then I click OK, and Photoshop does the work. So what you see, it's built my 8 by 10 file, and it's going through, and it's opening and making little versions of all of my pictures and putting the file name underneath it. So if we wait a moment, we'll see that it's going to do that for the entire image. As it comes here to the end, you'll see that it's going to create that file for us, and it will be called Contact Sheet 1. If it had more than, our image here will hold 30 images. If it had more than 30 in my folder, you can see how if you used your entire memory card, you might end up with 4 or 5 sheets of pictures, each with 30 images on a page. And I really only need to see what you shot for this assignment. So here I've got 20 pictures, close to what I'd be looking for. Contact sheets are typically worth 25 points for the project, for your homework. But if you've got 20, what I give you is 20 points out of the 25. If you shoot 9, you get 9 points out of the 25. If you shoot 30, you get 25 points out of 25, but you have greater number of images to choose from when we do our finished work. So I'm going to build my color grid project from this group of photographs. Once I'm done that, if I go to save it, going to go to Save As, and I'm going to make sure again that it's a JPEG file. Right here, I can name it what I want. Green contact sheet. Be careful in your naming of your files to not put any punctuation in, no periods, and definitely no slashes. And you can't change this suffix here. You can't change your file type here. The JPG, you can't put any numbers at the end of that, or Photoshop or any other program won't know how to open your file. So here I'm going to save this. This is going back on my flash drive, and I save that. Often when you save as a JPEG, it's going to ask you what size file you would like. You always want this slid all the way up to 12 maximum, large file, and say OK. It'll automatically do that each time you go to save once you have that set. And then at that point, you can take that file and upload that to the Google Drive, or save the URL from the Google Drive into Canvas once we get to the point where we're collecting images over Canvas as well. That's how you make a contact sheet.